What happened was...
Hey friends, it's so nice to see you. It's today, the time is now. You are here and the weather is outside your window.
Well, hello and happy September. That's right, it is September. Just a few weeks of summer left. Fall is upon us. Today on What Happened Was, I thought I would bring you behind the scenes to someplace that is very personal and special to me. My home. Well, here we are in Harlem. Are you ready to check it out? Well, how'd you get in here? Hello. So I live in a studio apartment. That's right, a studio apartment. And yes, I am a 40-year-old man and I am 6'6", and I live in a 200 square foot studio apartment. It's pretty common in New York City for artists especially to live in small spaces. So it's all about maximizing the space and making the most of it. Now, thankfully, I have 11-foot ceilings, so that helps. And you have to do what they did in New York and other big cities and think building up. And the first space we see here is the kitchen. I'll be honest, I'm not a big cook, and that's very common in New York. So you'll see my kitchen is very clean, but I also do pride myself on cleanliness. And no, I did not clean up my house for you today. It just happens to be like this at all times. I do have a rule that my home should always look like it's ready for a magazine photo shoot. Let's check out these cupboards. We have very limited cupboard space here. So we have to keep linens and dishes in one cupboard. And glasses and mugs in another. I think it's time for a cup of coffee, don't you? Now there are a lot of tricks to making a small kitchen work. This kitchen has very little space. So I actually have just one cupboard for dishes and glasses. Can you imagine? And I have one cupboard for storing non-perishable food. And my refrigerator is actually what we call a Euro fridge. If you've been overseas, you may have seen in European apartments, especially in big cities, the refrigerators are not quite mini fridges, but they're not full-size fridges. I want to show you, I am 6'6", and my fridge behind me is below my shoulders. That's what we call a Euro fridge. Now, under cabinet lighting is essential. Essential. Extra points if your under cabinet lighting changes colors. In a New York City apartment or any small apartment, every inch is valuable. So when I moved in, there was nothing about this refrigerator, and I think some people would put a microwave there. I'm not a big microwave person, so I don't even have one. So I use this as my entry table where I keep my keys, hand sanitizer, fruit bowl, Artie's leash, and then above that I installed some shelves from IKEA for pot and pan storage and this magnetic knife strip because I don't have a drawer for knives and I don't have cupboards for pots and pans. So I have to keep my utensils on the stove on this beautiful tray, and this is my one and only drawer in my kitchen. One and only. We are going minimalist here. Minimalist, and the coffee's ready. Let's go. And no, I do not have a dishwasher in this apartment. It was quite humbling, but we make it work. Come on in, I'll show you the rest of the space. These are 11-foot barn doors, sliding barn doors that I built myself. Pretty proud of it. I was not one that had a lot of building experience, but a few years ago I got my hands on some power tools and I found it very empowering. And I built these out of some planks that are meant for outdoor fencing and some simple wood and then some sliding hardware. Very affordable project, and it really helps to delineate the spaces. These doors separate my bedroom and my main area from my hallway and my kitchen. It's also really nice for my dog because he likes to have a smaller space and to be confined when I leave him for the day. And here's my main space. First thing you see is actually my workspace. I call this the recording studio. So this is my workspace. I built this desk myself out of pipes and wood, and I painted it. This is natural wood with a raw edge, which is really unique, and you can see the wood grain from the trees it came from. And I built this up, because if you remember I said I have those 11-foot ceilings, so I wanted to really maximize that space. And this is really cool. I record from here. I've recorded several albums in this apartment, including my Christmas album, Wonder and Joy. And I've also done many of my interviews for What Happened Was right in this chair. This is my second monitor for recording. This is at standing level, so I can see what I'm recording as I record it. My little collection of books. My cute boyfriend. And my workspace. This brick wall was one of the first things I was attracted to when I saw the listing for this apartment. I just thought it had so much character. You can see the history and the different layers of bricks and this old window that now makes a beautiful little area to showcase keepsakes, or as I've done, this little statue worshiping the sun like my character in Akhenaten. And, oh, what's that over there? Wait, oh yeah, just my Grammy Award. Now this is one area I'm very proud of because I did it myself. This bathroom, every inch of it, done myself. I invented this towel rack out of pipes, which I mounted in the wall. Again, vertical storage. A little clock there for when you get carried away in your showers and forget you have to be somewhere. And I installed this tall sink. You can see it's kind of my height, and this little counter, because you need a little bit of counter space, but because the toilet is right here, we really had to maximize every inch here and not overdo it. This is my favorite. This is an IKEA product, and I can actually turn it and it goes into the shower for shaving, which is really cool. Hey there. Storage, very important. Installed these ceiling tiles myself, and this molding, and these towel hooks, which are very high for most people. And now this is very popular. This is a toilet paper holder that doubles as a phone shelf. Now, I like to use it for little nice spraying things for your number twos. And this is essential. You must change out your shower head. You must. It's very important. See what I mean? I refuse, and I mean refuse, to live in a home where the water is below here. Well, welcome to our bed. This is where Artie and I sleep. And we have a beautiful gray theme here, kind of a monochromatic apartment going on. And I've painted all the walls Ocean Storm, which is a nice, beautiful gray. And then my accent color is gold and other metallics, and some black as well. I also have pops of clear acrylic furniture that don't really take up space in the eye, but they're useful, like clear chairs that when you kind of are just glancing around the room, they don't take up space, but they're obviously very useful to sit on. These beautiful pieces of bedding, this is a beautiful gray kind of embroidered pillow that I got from West Elm, and I love these. This stone natural grain with some metallics and gold. I got these pillow covers from an artisan on Etsy. I love supporting artists on Etsy. I think it's a really great way to support independent and local artists by checking out some of their unique works that you can't find on Amazon or in Target. Mirrors are so important, and when you put a mirror in the right place, it increases the space in the room by reflecting light. So I love mirrors. I have a few mirrors here, and I have this really cool mirrored bull skull from India. Now you'll notice my TV is very high up on the wall. I like to lay in bed with my head on this end and just watch the TV up like this. It's a really nice little way to relax and take it in. And you'll notice there really wasn't a good place for a TV in this room. And I saw that vacant space up above the closet and I thought, it's crazy, but that's where my TV is going. Plants. Can we talk about plants? They make the air you breathe cleaner. They bring joy. You can talk to them. If you listen closely, they'll talk back to you. This is a beautiful money plant, and it's said to attract money into your life. So I'm just waiting for the money to rain on me. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Let's talk about lighting. Lighting is my favorite design element, both on stage and in homes. These really cool sconce lights I got on Amazon, very cheap. I've seen similar ones sold for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I just loved the idea of them, but I couldn't afford them. So I found this alternative for, I believe they were $17 for a pair. You install them on the wall, and they're super cool. Sleek, don't take up a lot of space, and create some unique backlighting. This plant is a snake plant. You see them everywhere. It's actually considered really bad feng shui to have one of these in your bedroom, but I'm gonna move past that because I enjoy it. They're also called mother-in-law's tongue, which I think is just terrible. So we're gonna call it a snake plant. I love these because they look like seaweed suspended in time. I love lighting. I can't say it enough. Love, 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 love lighting. Edison bulbs, and a special light from IKEA that illuminates this painting that has gold leaf all over it. So it really reflects the light in a beautiful way. So let's keep talking about maximizing space and storage. This handsome piece of furniture is just some IKEA cubes, some cubbies, and it comes with these inserts. So you can have doors, you can have drawers. It's really exciting. And I needed something that, again, worked up. So we have 5 by 5, these cubes. They're a little shorter than me, and it creates a lot of space. I keep my shoes in here, my linens, my shirts, my underwear, my socks. I have some that are reserved for office supplies, some for scores, for operas. It's a great way to store a lot of stuff in a small space. Now I'm gonna show you one of my favorite little places that I have in my apartment, and that is my closet. This is it. So you notice similar barn doors that you saw earlier. I built these as well. And the reason I put these in is because the apartment came with some accordion doors that would pull out like this. And what does that do? It takes up space. And this is a very narrow aisle we have between the closet and the bed. So I didn't want to open the doors and get rid of some of that valuable space. So these beautiful doors slide open, and welcome to my closet. This closet had one rack about right here. It wasn't very good for maximizing space because I could only hang one line of clothes. So you'll notice here, I have 2 racks here. One for pants and shirts, and one for all my concert wear, of which I have quite a lot. A couple years ago, I was thinking of my colleagues who got to wear fun gowns to all their concerts, and I was really tired of wearing just plain old black. And I thought, what if I got some fun dinner jackets and just wore a different look to every concert? So I've come up with this beautiful collection that's always growing of really cool jackets. The problem is you can't repeat them that often because they are memorable. Now, one tip, you always have to have closet lighting. It's very important, very affordable, takes a little bit of time to install, but you can do it yourself. This closet lighting came for under $20 on Amazon. Now, the piece de resistance of this apartment is the garden. That's right, I have a private garden right here in Manhattan. And for those of you who don't live in big cities, you might think no big deal. But let me tell you, to have your own outdoor space in the middle of Manhattan is a true luxury. Come on, I'll show you. Here she is, complete with some early autumn leaves. This is my private garden space in Manhattan, my own little oasis in Harlem. And I did all of this myself. I'm very proud of it. I put in this path and the turf and every rock I brought in, every tree I planted. This is my favorite place to be. In the mornings I have my coffee by the fire, and at nights I sit out here, listen to the crickets. It's a very, very special way to end the day. And when you look up, you never know that you're in Manhattan. Well, thanks so much for coming over. It was so nice to have you in my home today. I actually haven't had too many guests over, and it always makes it feel more like home to have people over. So see you soon. Come back anytime. Just always text first. You wanna come say hi? Yes, hello, hello. Thank you for those nasty, smelly kisses. That's all for today's episode. Puppies and rainbows till we meet again.